Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera and also just letting this run so that the mining drill here gets as much done as it physically can. And we're going to do a little update on where we are on the base. So you can see, I believe the last time I did an episode, the ground was still about here, just about to get underneath the dropship. Yeah, I've kind of left this run for a few hours as I did chores, and it's over to here. We're still needing to go a bit further, as we can see sort of like a marker of how far it will be from the time when I came back from the alien planet, and it had gotten caught up. But it is quite close in terms of how far it needs to do it. So if we just push up as far as we can here, we can see... yeah, it's done the majority of the way. It just needs maybe another couple in-game days and it'll be done, which is quite excellent. So, not anything I need to worry about. Let's go over the upgrades to the base, as I've completed sort of the general shape of the base, although the interior needs some reworking and eventually complete, well, finished designs with interior lighting and such. However, what we have done is added these turrets to the base. We have got the design of the rotor turret from here, and also something crashed and this thing shot its own tail off because it's dumb. But we've taken that rotor design. These are unarmored so far, but I need to eventually armor them up. And we have the standard 12 Gatling gun with 6 on each arm, rotor turret, 2 per pylon. And you can see if I come up here, there are these 4 pylons. They're going off the sort of the 4 corners of this base. And that means that at any one time, say if I'm approaching from this angle, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rotor turrets shooting at me for 48 Gatling guns shooting bullets into my face. If I raise up and I'm attacking from a higher angle like this, and assuming the solar tower isn't there in the future, theoretically all of them could be shooting at me from this high angle, because the other side could see me, those ones could see me and just barely shoot at me and stuff like that. If I'm attacking from this angle, if I'm far enough back, all 4 of those from the 2 pylons are shooting at me. It's going to be absolutely devastating, the amount of firepower that this base can put out. The only downside to it right now is that this solar tower is super in the way, so we're going to need to get rid of it. We're going to replace it with a reactor. So let's go into our stuff here. Let's grab a large reactor. We're also going to grab some conveyors and a welder, as we're going to use that trick that we did to rebuild the jump drive on this thing to build a large reactor in the base. Because I've been letting this process for so long, we have so much damn stuff. It is ridiculous. So we go for if I can spell it right, uranium ingot. Yeah, there's 3 there, 3 kilos, but there's 890 there, 36 there. There's almost 2,000 uranium here. And all the while, uranium is being processed in the refineries. We still have a fair amount of it to go. If we look for the ore, we've still got 162,000 there, 162,000 there, just a little bit here. So still plenty of uranium to get out of it, which will give us plenty of power for the base, which then will mean that we can power up our jump drives to get back to get even more uranium from the alien planet, which we need to redesign that whole jump ship anyway. But let's go grab some materials here. We're just going to get some stuff for some conveyors and a welder. We're not going to worry about what we need for the reactor, and I do not want this refilling right now, so depressurize on, as I have not fully set up the base to have proper pressurization. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to slap this large reactor down in the corner. From there, We're gonna unhook this, put down a junction, and put down some tubing. And get this all linked up. Then slap down the welder, build the welder up, and then turn the welder on. And now it's building this large reactor. But it needs superconductors, which, if we look at our inventory, we have none. So, production. We're building a bunch of concrete slabs and girders to get ready for the eventual basement. I believe it's, yeah, shift click is 100 of them, and it will start building. And as each one gets built, also get all the other assemblers on it. It's just adding it in, slowly building up our large reactor, which is absolutely excellent. And there we go, all the superconductors have been built, and the thing gets fully welded up by the welder, and when it turns green there, that means that the uranium has been moved into it. So we look at the large reactor, we can see the uranium has started to be added to it, and it'll start eating that uranium to power the base. And the reactor, hell yeah, outputting 260 megawatts, which is more than enough to take care of this base's needs. We're more than likely going to have a handful of reactors, like 5 or 6 of them or something like that, on this base in the end, just so that if we need to, we can do a massive quantity of power at once. Like if we have a great big ship that's got like 1,000,000 batteries on it, lands and wants to recharge, we can recharge it very quickly. However, for now, this single large reactor is going to be more than we need. So we'll grind down this welder, as we don't need the welder anymore, and this guy can just stay up here and just, yeah, be our reactor, constantly fed by the base, and that is excellent. Okay, the other things, oh geez, energy low. The other things that I want to do today is just get some things prepped, because I think the next episode I'm going to have the digging done, and we're going to build the basement, and we're going to put all of the stuff down there, so we can go and look at how that will be eventually designed, as we just need a couple more seconds here to get fully charged up. Excellent. So that is going to be done with these concrete blocks, as we have far too much gravel to be using up there. And I thought I was going to have to go down deeper, but I don't. Each of my layers here has been 3 blocks tall, and that's just how it's worked out. So in total, each sort of story is 5 blocks. There's the floor, 3 blocks of space, and the ceiling. But the ceiling is the other level's floor, so we can sort of discount that. So we've got a ceiling here, so we need, of course these are temporary, as if I keep them here, this thing will break on it. We need 1, 2, 3 for the empty space, then a level, and then 1, 2, 3 for the empty space, and then a level. So actually, we have enough. We can start laying out the floor. We're actually deep enough, this drill, which, that's cool. So what I can do here is I can cut these off, and leaving those down there as sort of a guide so that they're on the local grid. We can come into here, grab some stuff we need for concrete blocks. Oh geez. How heavy are these things, these concrete slabs? Let's just deposit everything. Oh wow, they are very heavy. But that is fine, because they're going to be down here in this basement. And the idea being that the main room here is going to be metal. So I need to grab a little bit more metal here. Okay, enough to build a few armor blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then the wall. So from here, it's 1, 2, 3 block, right? And that's should be underneath the floor here. So wherever that broken block is, that's the corner. Oops, I was slightly off. So right there. That's a corner. Oop, then that's the wrong orientation. That's the right orientation. There we go. So from there, going down, that's a corner. Let's go and define the other corners, and we can leave them there because the arm is low enough down that it's not going to matter. Again, we'll use the same little trick here where we'll damage this block so we can see where it is, and then put the thing underneath it. And we can do that for the other two here. Okay, and I'll weld it up so we can see where our corners are for this base, which means we can lay out where the exterior wall is going to be for this level. And of course, again, we can do this because the rotor, the arm of it, is quite low, so these one block downs shouldn't cause any issues. And then from there, we can temporarily extend down here. We'll have to remove this so it doesn't cause an issue for the rotor. And add something to the bottom. Excellent. Then cut away all this Ryzen back up. And then replace this with concrete. And it's going to give us a very weird purple as... yeah, that's just what it does. Okay, so that's where our concrete can be. And we need girders to place them. Okay. I should just get a bunch of girders then and not carry any of these concrete blocks. I'll just manually pick out a bunch of girders. There we go. That makes life super easy. Yeah, so let's see, going back up, just confirming in the right spot. We want to go one block this way, and that's our corner. And then we can just go from there and eventually build it all up. And it'll be glorious. What we can also do, if we want to, although I'm not sure if I need to, they also have large concrete slabs. So you, or not large slabs, it's where is it here? There's the concrete block, and then the rest of the concrete, they have like 5x5s and 3x3 blocks. So you can put in these big blocks of concrete, and it's all one chunk. So you don't have to you know, put in as many blocks, which is kind of nice. But we'll see what is needed. For now, I'm just going to get myself a little bit of a circle around here so I have the idea of how big this space is going to be. And I'll get back to you. And with that, we should have a good layout of where this base floor is going to go. Now, my only concern about this is that it's unpowered, so it could be removed, I think. Not exactly sure what I have my removal settings, my junk settings get put on right now. So, might as well, we're just going to grab a battery. We'll deposit everything else we have. Insufficient space for a power cell. We're just going to throw a battery on it. Like, the battery is not going to use any power. It's just going to sit there, essentially. But the idea behind it is that it's just going to ensure that that grid down there is powered in the meantime, so that if I decide to go off on an adventure and go do some gold mining or something like that, and I come back and my entire concrete floor isn't gone because it despawned. So if we take a look here, it's not using any power, but at least it has powered. Like, you know what I mean? I think that'll prevent it. Oh god, energy low. Why is energy always low? Oh, I'm gonna go jump in a ship's cockpit here. Whoopah! You might also notice, as I look around, I have cleared out a lot of the little floating debris. There's a little patch there. This right side I haven't done much to yet. And of course this thing is continuing to go around and create more as it slowly extends. But there's a lot less things to worry about and get the possibility of crashing into them. So that's quite nice. But yeah, the other things that we're going to do today is, just look at my time, I think we're going to take the solar tower down soon. Because what we want to do is we want to get a shield emitter for the station. So we got station shield emitter. The problem is this thing takes 980 superconductors and 850 field emitters. So we go take a look at our refineries and our assemblers here. If we go to field, we have nothing. We go to super, we have nothing. So we have nothing to build this thing. So we're going to queue it up. Queue production for a station shield emitter. Now, we don't really have to worry that much. We got the plates, we got all that kind of stuff. It's the field emitters and the superconductors that are going to be the more annoying part, with the field emitters definitely the worst. 4,250 gold required, 2,200 platinum. Like, holy crap. Like, the superconductors aren't that bad. 650 gold, fine. That's easy enough. But the rest of this stuff, geez, that's going to be annoying. Superconductor, nothing I have to worry about. So we need to take a look at what we have for gold, say, ingots. We've got 460 there. Here we've got 840, so maybe 1,300 gold at the moment there so far. There's another 2,000, well, 1,800, so 1,300, 1,800. We've got maybe 3,000-ish, and then another 73, so 3,000-ish. So we look at our production. We don't have enough gold. We need to refine a bit more. Also, we've got platinum ingot. We have very little of this. 181. 173. Let's get this all in one stack here. So 354. There is 1 kilo of platinum. And there's just a little bit here in this assembler. So yeah, we're definitely going to need platinum, as we need 2,000. We have 300. So we need 2,000 more platinum, which is a ridiculous quantity. Thankfully, we've got our current dropship. We've got our current mining ship, so we do have the ability to go to Mars, wherever it is on the horizon. Can't I see Mars from here? I thought I could. No, I can see Mars from my main base. I think it's behind the Earth right now. But anyway, we're going to have to head back to Mars to get more platinum. Maybe do it off camera, don't know. But we also need to refine and mine a bit more gold. And to do that, we have our refineries here that we set up temporarily. This is just a whole bunch of refineries with yield modules, so you get the absolute most amount of stuff out of them. Although they have a tendency right now to just get bogged down with goddamn nickel. I am tempted to set this thing right here, the filter going into it. No nickel. Jesus. Stop pulling nickel into this thing. Alright. And now for this, I want to temporarily turn off the drain and turn off the rest of the stuff. We'll go blacklist ingots for just a moment, as what I want to do is go to this one. We have it a bunch of nickel. I want to go to a large cargo container and get the nickel out of there. And I want to get gold back in here. Hell yeah. Process that gold. We also got some of this other stuff, and just all the other materials are going to get starting to pull in there and starting to get processed, which is going to be absolutely wonderful for us. So we're going to get some more gold out of this 55,000. Hopefully it's enough, maybe to get to what we need to do for getting this shield emitter online, if I can speak properly. Whitelist ingots again, and turn on... didn't I set that to whitelist? Whitelist ingots, and have the drain all. Very good. And that will start removing all of the goodies that we have processed. And now these refineries will have less nickel in them eventually. They'll process what they have on nickel, and they'll get through it. But it just takes so long to process nickel. It's stupid. But anyway. Other things we need to do. So we're going to have to go back to Mars soon, as we need platinum to get this shield emitter done. But for now, we're just going to have to let it go, because there's not much we can do for it. But I'd like to redesign this whole ship here, because it works, and it has worked so far, but it's just not doing what I want it to do. I want it to be better, so we're going to redesign it. Most likely do most of the redesign off camera. I'll probably just set the nanites to salvage it, and then get a blueprint for the new version, and then just print the blueprint. But that'll be in the future episode. For now, why don't we just start heading back to Mars? I mean, I'll do the majority of the trip and the mining off camera. We'll make this into sort of like a itty-bitty montage or something. And let's just go back to Mars and get some more stuff done. In this thing, does this dropship have ice on board? What do we have for ice locally? Ice. We've got 70s and all those. Cargo container has almost 2 mil. We are good. Although we really want to get these ingots out of here before we go off on another adventure. We don't want to be carrying this weight. Large cargo container. Another large cargo container. Get that weight out of here. As we definitely don't want to be hauling that all the way to the other side of the solar system. Top up our O2 generators. Get them up to 108,000. And things should be good to take off. Excellent. Alright, base, I'm leaving you again. I've only been back for like a little bit, but it'll just be for a moment, as through the magic of editing, we're going to go to the Mars as fast as physically possible. Disconnected from the base, blasting up into orbit again. And where is Mars? Oh, that is Mars. Alien planet's over there. So I can see Mars from here. Very nice. And it is not that far comparatively to the alien planet. So this should only be a jump or 2 to get us out there, instead of like the dozen to get us to the alien planet. We're in international space. We're in space now. We'll go to our jump drive, which should be all nicely set up. Max jump to the 673. We'll go to Mars approach, select it, and jump. 35% of the way there, so it's going to take us 3 jumps to get there. Now, I'm trying something very dangerous here on my way to Mars. I normally don't like to do this because I'm coasting at 500 meters a second. I don't like to do this because an asteroid can just appear in front of you, and you have to turn or you have to stop, and if you don't, you're dead. So it's a little dangerous, because if there's an asteroid like that that gets right in your pathway, you could just explode. Although it is getting me closer to the Mars planet here, when my jump drive is still charging. So I'll be saving a little bit of jump power just by coasting here, with the possibility that I have to stay laser focused here, looking straight ahead and seeing if there's anything that's popping up in my pathway. But at 500 meters a second, you know, it's basically double the amount of kilometers in seconds. So 1200-ish seconds, 2400 seconds. You know, I can't do the math in my head off that because I'm not that good at life. Let's just... Phone, tell me, what's 2400 seconds divided by 60 is 40 minutes of flight time. Still a long time to get there. But saves a little bit of power. But yeah, still on our way to Mars. And I'm no way I'm going to the dangerous encounter. Dear God, those things are scary. This ship is... This ship might be able to take it. Maybe. I don't even want to try. And here's the really, really scary part. It's jumping while you're moving at this speed. Because I could jump right in front of an asteroid. Let's give it a try. If I jump and I hit an asteroid immediately, I'm so gonna reload. Ship will jump in 1 second. Jump. Is there anybody in front of me? No. Okay, good. We're fine. Alright, continuing to coast. And here we are, screaming into the Martian atmosphere. I actually got my speed up to 1,000 meters per second as I was coming in, just to give it a try, and I'm not sure if I can stop in time. Come on, large thrusters. Give me everything you got here. Absolutely everything. Stop me, please. And the ship is managing to do it. Holy crap. And come to a stop. Yeah, it took me 34, with almost 35 kilometers to stop my ship. That's a little bit of a stopping distance there, that's for sure. But off we go down to go get some more platinum. And, ooh, on our way to the platinum, there's this little fueling station. Let's go kick its ass, just because we can. It sounds fun. Oh god, I need to slow down. I need to get my big thrusters stopping me up here. There we go. Alright, little fueling station. Prepare to meet the wrath of my turrets. Let's rip you to shreds. What could this thing shoot at me is the big question here. More like I'm just gonna rip it to shreds, aren't I? Oh yeah, hardly any resistance there. Well, a little bit of damage coming in, hitting my shield. Nothing too damaging. Alright. We'll rotate away so the Gatling gun, like the main turret, can't get onto it anymore. And let's hover the ship here for a second. Will you level up? Come on. It's dead already. Jeez. Get our helmet back on. And depressurize here. And open the doors. Let's go see how much exploded over there. Anything here? No, everything's been turned into absolute rubble. That's got a little bit of ice in it. What do you have? Just some ice. Yeah, it's just an ice station. Oh well, it's a pile of scrap now. Ah, glorious. Let's get back up to the cockpit and go land near the platinum. And coming in for a landing. A little bit of uneven surface here, so let's raise the nose a little to match the surface. and try to come down with all 4 legs at the same time-ish. Although it looks like only just a couple grabbed there. Watch ourselves so we don't kill ourselves, as there is gravity on this place. And power up our ship. Turn on the thrusters. Unlock from the base. And push out the door. There we go. Reset our camera. Excellent. And now, engage our ejectors. We should have a little bit of stone left in them. There we go. Nice and clear. And let's go get all this platinum. It's been a little while since I've been down in this platinum mine. And my ship has certainly had upgrades since it was last here. It's definitely going to be able to mine these out much better, considering the amount of drills I have on the front and the stone ejectors going crazy in the back. So, we'll get it done as fast as we can here. So, if I'm remembering correctly, we need around, I think it's 2,000 actual platinum ingots. And if I'm not mistaken, platinum is a 0.5% efficiency when you're refining it. Oh god, I'm getting all caught up here. Let me back out for a second. There we go. Clear out a bit more space. So it's half a percent normally, but with yield modules, which is all of those refineries I have back at the base, do have yield on them, will mean that it's about a 1%. So essentially 1% of the material I bring back will be transformed into actual platinum. So if I need 2,000, I'm going to need 200,000, which I'm doing not bad. I've already got 80,000 here, and we're probably not going to stop with just 200,000 and bring back and just get that one thing done, because I want a little bit of extra platinum so I don't have to come back in the future. So I'll probably mine out maybe a mil and take it back for me, so that way I'll have the 10,000 plat to work with, which I think will be more than enough for the foreseeable future. Although, always, every time I've said that, I've run out of materials, except nickel. I always have more nickel than I need. But yeah, it's going to take me a while, but we're mining the platinum like crazy. Okay, and after a long while of mining, we have got 879,000 ingots. Not ingots, ore. That's going to be enough for a very long time. So, I think that is enough. And we're going to just head back to the base with it. So, off we go. Let's get these doors closed, because we should. And get this stuff all closed up. Now, I want to be on the other side of that door. Thank you. And let's disconnect from the ground here. And head our way back to the moon base. Power back into the atmosphere. And we've reached space. So again, time to start jumping. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn our braking thrusters off, and then we're going to put on our dampeners so we can point in the way we want, and it'll get rid of all of our excess motion in every direction. And that's about 480 meters per second. Let's just start our trip home. We don't want to go to Mars approach. We're going to reset that jump back to moon approach. Select. And let's go. Oh god, jump before I hit the thing. There's a thing right in front of me. I didn't see it. Oh my god, I missed it. That was close. Alright, I'm going to stop now. Doing this coasting in between is actually very frightening for me. Oh god, is there something there? I can't tell. Oh god, I need to stop. Please just let me stop. Alright, let's put my big thrusters downwards and just stop up quickly. Too stressful. Just too stressful. And we are almost back to the base. Man, that was a long trip. For you guys, it was all cut up, but I've been personally recording for several hours here, although majority of this is all going to be cut out because I was just mining or flying sort of thing. I wasn't actually doing anything fun. Although it looks like I've gotten back here a little before dawn, as it's still kind of dark here. Flying over one of the old bases there. We still have to go salvage the rest of that. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be... oh yeah. Ooh. It's going to be dark when we try to land here. That's a little unfortunate. Oh well. We'll cope with it. We will cope. Oh my god. I gotta do this in third person. In third person, I get a little bit of light. In first person, it's pitch black. Oh my god. That's a little frightening. Oh, there's something burning out there. That's interesting. Must be a wreck that tried to attack my base while I was gone and got shot down by my amazing turrets. Because they are amazing. But, let's see. Where am I? Okay, I gotta go around the far side of this to be able to lock on. Ah, it feels so good flying in on my base and seeing all those turrets with their spotlights. Oh, it'd be really cool if those spotlight lines extended out like way further than they do now. So you could just like have this like, oh, like the old times where they'd have like the air raids and you'd have the you know, spotlights show up and just be like, oh no, just light up the planes so that we can shoot them with the anti-aircraft guns sort of thing. And oh god, it's hard to see. Come on. This is way too dark for this right now. I just need to get myself a little bit closer here. Ah, there we go. Now I can kind of see it. I can see the two white lines of the docking collars. And I just need to get those connectors lined up. And things will be okay. Hey, I did it. I'm good at this. Let's level ourselves out a little bit. And then connector, which is going to be this one. And we'll lock it up. And we'll lock back up to the base. Oh, right. It's freaking... Oh, that's happening again. Stupid ejectors. I keep forgetting to turn them off. Number 5. There we go. Random just... God damn it. Oh well. It works. Open the hangar doors. We're pitched up, actually, a fair amount, but that'll be fine. The ship can live like that. And let's go get one of these refineries working exclusively on what we need. So this one's been working on gold. Let's also check the status of our production here. So it's missing items for this. What are you missing? You're missing a bit of gold from that. Are you missing cobalt? You can't be missing cobalt, can you? Maybe this assembler is just, oh yeah, this assembler is just plugged up. That's why. What's going on? We just need to go to a large container of some kind that has a little bit of room and get this nickel and gravel out and silicon out of there. This iron. There. Because it just was plugged up with 40,000 liters so that it couldn't actually do anything. There we go. Now it's continuing to work. Passing on the gravity components to the other ones. So what we got left here, we need 4,500 gold. We're going to take a look at our gold ingots. We got 900. Let's 600. Let's combine these. 1.5. 3,000 something there. Oh, looks like we might have a... We might just barely have enough gold. And that could be that since we're going to take the dropship and do some renos on it, we could take its shield off, and that would give us some field emitters. Because this thing has... What is this? 400 in it. So that's 400 field emitters we don't have to build for this thing. Which, if we take a look, right now, you know, that's a lot of field emitters we didn't have to make. So let's assume we do that. We get those 400. Let's take those off here. So now it's going to be 450 instead of that. So now it's only 2,300 gold. So we take a look at our gold again. Gold ingot. We might actually... Yeah, we have enough gold, so we can actually do it. As assuming if we go and salvage the shield off of our dropship, and which we're going to anyway, because we're going to rebuild the dropship and just redo it. Okay, excellent. Next thing would be to get a refinery, or 2, or 3, set up to get just the platinum starting to process, as we need to process that. So let's get this sorter. Let's blacklist ingots for a second. And set it to not drain all. This one here is gold, and that's good. And I'm going to do these two up here. Let's get this nickel out of here. Oh, nickel, I need a place to put you. There we go. So that's going to fill up with that really quick. We need to get platinum over. Okay, this guy's got some platinum on him. That's excellent. We'll stick in some more plat. That's working on plat there. And this one as well. Let's get this nickel out of here. Large cargo containers. We'll throw it in the nanite facility for a second. We'll get some more platinum going. There we go. Excellent. So you've got 2 working on platinum ingots, although I may want to do a 3rd because there is a lot of platinum to process, and also process is really slow. As yeah, let's see here. Get that nickel out of there. That's ice. Platinum. There we go. There we go. 3 processing platinum. And that should be giving our field emitters everything they need. Absolutely excellent. Field emitters being created. We can take a look at the inventory. Platinum ingot. We have a little bit on hand at the moment, but we're slowly going to run out of that. Actually, very quickly we're going to run out of the platinum ingots there. So our multiple refineries working on platinum will get it done for us. Those will slowly produce, and that's probably enough for this episode. We went and got all the resources we need. We're going to get this station shield emitter, and we're going to get it on this base here in the future, which we should probably be able to do next episode. We can get this down. We can hopefully I'll just let this run, and I'll get this done, this dig out, because all we have to do is just let this extend all the way, which it is, I think, pretty close. We're at 5.9 meters out of 10, so most of it has been extended out. Then we can get this floor all built up. We can get the station shield emitter on. We have everything just absolutely hunky-dory with our reactor charging up our batteries like crazy. We'll go take a peek at that guy. He's upstairs. Yeah, I think it was a productive episode. Take a look at our reactor here. How much you putting out? 300 megawatts. And look at the large reactor. 3,000 ingots of uranium. And you're just cooking through them. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to get that shield emitter in place, and then our base is going to be truly defended. Then it is building some up our infrastructure with the floor. We can extend that out and build it up. We can get these pistons completely extended, get everything drawn out here, and then we can lay out all of our pipelines and get a bunch of refineries, assemblers, storage, everything we could ever want down here in the basement. But that is going to be it for now. Oh, last frame drop, as it's probably loading another ship in somewhere. But that is going to be it. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.